Yo, what's good, guys? It's your boy Tony B, and I got another video for y'all today. It's a little bit different. It's 10 things Michael 2026 leaves out. So this is MsMojo. I haven't watched Mojo / MsMojo in years. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of hooked on this channel back in the day. So tell me down below if I should get into some more like Watch Mojo, MsMojo music content, because it definitely talks about a lot of music stuff. So if y'all want me to react to that, I'm definitely down. But yeah, it's gonna be talking about 10 things Michael leaves out. So I know the movie left out a few things, you know what I'm saying, or kind of like a lot of things, but I still think the movie was really good and Jafar did a good thing. But we finna see some things that was left out. So let's get it.
Ready whenever you are, Michael.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're looking at significant details about Michael Jackson's early life that were barely touched upon or outright omitted from his 2026 biopic. There will be some spoilers.
It's only a movie.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert, but I already watched the movie, so it's okay.
Number 10. Michael's early solo career.
Just have all these songs in my head.
Gonna be a man.
Just gotta get them out.
The film implies that throughout his childhood, Michael Jackson was exclusively part of a group act. Upon reaching adulthood, we see Michael break free as a solo artist with albums like Off the Wall and Thriller. Those albums marked major turning points in Michael's career, but they were far from his first solo efforts. His first solo studio album was 1972's Got to Be There, which Michael recorded while he was still a young teenager.
Oh yeah, they didn't miss that.
Michael recorded 3 more solo studio albums before Off the Wall.
I need
Michael
to get
didn't
into
have
those.
as much creative freedom on his first 4 albums, he was already branching out from the family act. The film fast forwards through this portion of his life, with only a handful of hits being played.
Yeah, Ben.
Number 9. Behind the scenes of Thriller.
Damn.
Wrong. Michael, look, wrong.
Well, they showed a little bit.
All where you were supposed to land.
Not all the way.
All right, not only did you not land where you were supposed to land.
I think, in my opinion, they chose the behind the scenes of Thriller is like kind of known by everybody. So I think they went in the direction of the behind the scenes of Beat It, because they showed the whole behind the scenes of how Michael created Beat It in the song and the video, and they did show a little bit of behind the scenes of Thriller, but only like some of it, which I understand. They probably should have put that in there anyway, but I understand why they didn't put it in there.
But you landed badly. You have to land. Look, you have to bend your leg. You have to act.
We briefly see Michael filming Thriller, but the biopic doesn't get into any of the iconic videos behind the scenes stories. According to director John Landis, the budget rose to $500,000, about 10 times more than the average music video back then.
So I said to Michael, listen, Michael, I'd love to make something more elaborate, which Michael picked up on because that's what he wanted to do. His whole thing was, we got to be good, it's got to be great, it's got to be big.
The best.
The best.
Although the suits weren't interested in bankrolling what they considered a, quote, vanity video, funds were raised by packaging Thriller with a making-of documentary and selling it. When his parents dropped by the set, Michael supposedly asked Landis to have his father removed, which Joseph denies. Several other big names passed through the set, including Fred Astaire, Marlon Brando, Rock Hudson, and the former First Lady Jackie Kennedy. The video also commenced a feud with narrator Vincent Price, who regretted only accepting a flat fee.
For no mere mortal can resist the evil of the Thriller.
Yeah, iconic.
Number 8. Michael's early relationships.
Oh yeah,
While it takes
they never
place
touched
before
on
either
that.
of his marriages, the film tiptoes around Michael Jackson's love life. Some sources say that Michael's first girlfriend was a then-teenage Tatum O'Neal, although she claims they had a platonic relationship.
Because we did a lot of talking on the phone because he was always on the road. And
What era was this?
We're talking Dynasty. That was his first record with the Jacksons. So it was pre Off the Wall.
Pre-Off the
So
Wall.
I'm 14.
Okay.
But I had met him when I was 13.
He also supposedly kept things platonic with Brooke Shields, who met Jackson as a young teen.
Man.
According to Shields, dating, quote, terrified Jackson.
There was an Arrested Development, I believe.
Yeah.
And he was sort of truncated emotionally as a little kid. And
he was a child?
He was childlike, but in many ways.
Tony winner Stephanie Mills reportedly dated Jackson for about a year and a half. Ola Ray, who appeared as Jackson's girlfriend in the Thriller video, had a real-life fling with him as well. Reflecting on their relationship, Ray said, quote, "I won't say that I've seen him in his birthday suit, but close enough. Kissing and puppy love makeout sessions and a little more than that."
What point did you realize you were falling in love with him?
When we did the dance scene, when he had to walk around me and flirt with me. Just coming from out of the movie theaters, when I did the little walk, dun, 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 to the beat. And he had to dance around me and flirt with me. That was when I was like, oh my God.
Number 7, playing the Scarecrow in The Wiz.
They did miss out this, I'm not gonna lie. But it was mostly about Michael's music and stuff. But yeah, he played The Wiz in The Wizard of Oz with Diana Ross. Yeah, they definitely missed out on that.
Michael Jackson didn't make a ton of feature film appearances. When he did, Jackson usually played himself. An exception was starring as the Scarecrow in the 1978 film version of The Wiz.
Come on, Dorothy! Come on!
He's on now, he's on down the road.
He's on down the road.
While the cult film wasn't a huge hit upon release, it did play an important role in Jackson's solo career. The musical led to Jackson working with Quincy Jones, who oversaw the soundtrack. Although Jones initially had doubts about Jackson's casting, he was convinced shortly after meeting him.
He was amazing, though, because he knew everybody's lines. Every line in the movie, Michael memorized it. He knew every word of dialogue, lyrics, dance steps, everything. He just absorbed everything. And I started to see a maturity in him that I respected.
He was so impressed that when Jackson inquired about producers who might be interested in the album that ultimately became Off the Wall, Jones offered his services. Kendrick Sampson makes a cameo as Jones, but the film eases on past his collaborations with Michael.
What on those albums, Thriller for example, is you? You know, you have his music, some of his writing, some of his influence.
Look, we take his stuff and take it to another level.
Number 6, performing in strip clubs.
Y'all want to work in a steel mill like me for the rest of your days? No, sir. Yeah, because I sure as hell don't.
This is very much the PG-13 version of Michael Jackson's life. During their youth, we see Michael and his brothers performing in public. What the film doesn't share is that some of those venues were strip clubs.
Bring on the girl! All right, everybody! The moment you've been waiting for! Our twirly girly!
Before Michael was even 10, his father allowed him to watch from the wings as women undressed on stage. Michael was exposed to sexual acts backstage as well. When the brothers were on tour, Jermaine Jackson reportedly had sex with women he brought back to their room, where Michael and Marlon were told to act like they were sleeping. The brothers also looked through a peephole into the ladies' bathroom while performing in Chicago, receiving protest from Michael.
Somebody said, hold on, stop. This person deserved their privacy. You are not allowed to go there.
The film, meanwhile, is stripped of virtually any sexual references. Number 5, the Jacksons were Jehovah's Witnesses.
We don't celebrate.
I heard about that, yeah, I heard about that.
Our parents are Jehovah's Witnesses.
I don't know anything about Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah, bro, that 1992 movie, yeah, that really covered a lot. But that was mostly about the Jackson 5 and stuff like that. So I get why in the Michael movie they didn't cover a lot of the Jacksons and the family and stuff, because it was mostly about Michael. So I understand.
Although Joe Jackson didn't share his wife's spiritual beliefs, Katherine Jackson was a devout Jehovah's Witness. As such, she brought up her children in the Jehovah's Witness faith. The film makes no mention of Michael's religious history or how the church would eventually clash with his craft.
I have something I want to tell you.
Yes, Michael?
I'm not like other guys.
Shortly before the Thriller music video made its debut, Jehovah's Witness leaders threatened to excommunicate Jackson for promoting, quote, demonology.
What?
Jackson thus ordered John Branca to destroy the video's negative. Branca ultimately persuaded Jackson to put a disclaimer in front of the video instead. While Jackson claimed he was still a Jehovah's Witness in 2001, it was reported in 1987 that he had, quote, disassociated himself from the faith, with the Thriller incident likely being a factor.
They will possess you unless you change that number on the dial.
Number 4. Michael's siblings.
We need to capitalize on Michael's success because the Jackson family is the brand. That's our Coca-Cola. And we need to start selling.
Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, and Marlon are seen performing alongside Michael, but the other 4 members of the Jackson 5 are essentially glorified extras here.
Yeah, if you didn't know, Janet Jackson is not in the movie because she didn't want to be in the movie and stuff like that. Which I knew that before going into the movie, which is a good thing. I figured that out.
Aside from a passing mention that Jermaine left the group to go solo, the film doesn't explore the personal or professional lives of Michael's brothers.
We got lucky. Our first 4 records went to #1, and our first time to Europe was just incredible. It's just amazing. And
what did the second record do, Marlon?
Jermaine, leave me alone.
Sister LaToya Jackson pops up, although the film doesn't get into her singing career and complications with her family. Those are just the Jackson siblings who appear in the film. It completely disregards Michael's eldest sibling, Rebby, as well as his 2 youngest siblings, Randy and Janet, the latter of whom has been vocal about her issues with this biopic. Also never mentioned is Brandon, Marlon's twin brother, who died shortly after being born.
Life goes on.
I heard about that.
But it's never going to be the same.
Number 3. Michael's many surgeries and health issues.
I've had no plastic surgery on my face, just my nose. It helped me breathe better so I can hit higher notes.
But are you, Michael, are you honestly saying that you've only ever had 1 operation?
2.
You've had 2?
As I can remember.
The film doesn't ignore the fact that Michael Jackson had plastic surgery and various health issues, like vitiligo. It only scratches the surface of Jackson's medical history, however. The script also plays around with some details, implying that Michael had his first nose job for vanity purposes.
Nose is too wide? Fans expect me to sound and look another way? Like I did when I was little.
According to biographer Randy Taraborelli, it was due to an accident after falling off a stage. While reports have varied on how many rhinoplasties Jackson had, he supposedly underwent his 3rd after the Pepsi commercial accident.
Bruh.
That incident is depicted, but it only touches upon the aftermath. Michael is seen making a triumphant comeback to the stage. Between his growing dependence on painkillers and ongoing cosmetic procedures, though, it's debatable if he ever truly recovered from the fire.
It burned him so badly his hair wouldn't grow back in the top of his head. And he didn't like that part of it.
Number 2. Joe Jackson's secret family. Joe Jackson doesn't come off as the most affectionate father or husband in Michael, but the film avoids discussing arguably the patriarch's biggest scandal. In addition to having extramarital affairs, Jackson fathered a child with Cheryl Terrell.
When I was born, my father was 46 years old and my mother was 26. So, in a sense, Daddy was really, he had become Joe Jackson, you know what I mean? And he was a lot slower, but he was very, very, very strict. I say that 3 times for emphasis.
Meeting in the early 70s, Jackson and Terrell had an affair that lasted nearly 25 years. When Jackson told one family he was on business trips, he was actually visiting Terrell and their daughter Giovanni, who lived about 5 miles away.
You're a liar, and you're a cheat, and I don't want you. No, I don't want you, I don't want you, I don't want you, I don't want you, I don't want you no more.
It's unclear when exactly Katherine Jackson learned about her husband's second family. In any case, they remained married until Joe's death in 2018, although Katherine filed for divorce once in 1973 and again in 1982. Around the time her father died, Giovanni published a book, Bastard Child.
My sister LaToya went out her way to be messy and tell me that that's how I was referred to in the house.
Number 1. Michael's history of allegations. Initially, the third act of Michael was reportedly going to explore the allegations that Jordan Chandler brought against Jackson in 1993. Upon realizing they legally couldn't depict Chandler or his family, the filmmakers supposedly reworked the finale.
I shall not in this statement respond to all of the false allegations being made against
me. Yeah, this was only it stopped at when he performed bad. So really, Michael didn't have a lot of scandals at that point in his time, but it really doesn't matter because this was supposed to be about Michael and the good that he brought. So that's why I really don't care about any of the allegations.
Since my
whatsoever.
lawyers have
It
advised
don't
me
matter.
that this is not the proper forum in which to do that.
While there are conflicting reports on what happened behind the scenes, the film ultimately overlooks any troubling accusations that Jackson faced. This includes his alleged history with accusers James Safechuck and Wade Robson, both of whom Jackson reportedly met between 1986 and 1987.
Anything Michael was going to say to me was gospel to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then when I testified when I was 11, you know, from the first night on, started training me right away for what ended up happening when I was 11 and when I was 22.
The film ends around that time with the release of Bad. Maybe if Michael does get a sequel, as the ending teases, it'll delve into Jackson's future trials. Even if it does, there will likely be debate about what is and isn't left out.
I need to think. I told you what to think.
What did you think
That
of
scene was
Michael?
crazy.
Let us know in the comments.
I do agree with some of these points she had in the video and stuff like that. I do understand some of the stuff that like had to be left out too. It was definitely more. I feel like it should have been more stuff related to his music. I would like The Wiz when he was in The Wiz. I wish that was in it a little bit more because basically, as she said, that helped him basically meet Quincy Jones and stuff like that and all that, and they started working together off of that where it started their relationship. So I wish I like that. The allegation part, I really don't care about that whatsoever. I'm glad that wasn't in the film because I wanna celebrate Michael for who he is. He's like amazing artist and he's like one of the greatest of all time. He is the greatest of all time, you know what I'm saying? And the part with the Jacksons, it's fine with the Jacksons because this really not about the Jacksons, it's about Michael. And there is already a movie or a series about the Jacksons, basically from the 1990s short films and stuff like that. So I understand that too. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff they got to do in the second film. So I can't wait to see that. I hope it comes out like next year, man. I really hope. But yeah, let's see what the comments are saying. I mean, you can't include everything in Michael's life, but what they did show, Jafar did an amazing job. Facts. That's totally right. That's totally right. Jafar, he's gonna get big off of this. The film doesn't explore the personal or professional life of Michael's brother. Pretty sure that's because of the movie's called Michael. Facts, bro. It's called Michael. It's not about the Jacksons, you know. So I agree with some of the stuff in the video, but also at the same time, I don't agree with some of the stuff in the video. It was okay, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, guys, tell me what y'all think too down below. Actually, tell me down below what y'all think should have been in the movie and what was y'all favorite part of the movie. Tell me all of that down below. So yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Peace.